Okay, here I go. How you doing, people? I'm Ant Satch, and I'm live on this YouTube broadcast. Now, as you can see today in this message, it is called humankind. Were made, we were all made from dust. Now, a side note, this video is for atheists. Okay, yeah. Now, humans were made from dust. Now, if you don't believe that, how come you choose to believe evolution? How come you choose to believe the physics man Neil deGrasse Tyson? You know who I'm talking about? Neil deGrasse Tyson. Whoa! He got his mustache. Whoa! You know humans were made from stardust. So you can choose to believe that humans were made from stardust, but you refuse to believe when the Bible says that God made man from the dust. That don't make much sense to me. What's the difference? Being made from some stardust or being made from the dust on the earth, which apparently still is a big old rock floating through outer space. Okay, it's not much different from a star, except it's not burning up with fire. Okay, but it's right next to a star. But what is the difference? God still made man from dust. You just refused that God did it. You just believe it just spring out of existence. Where did the life come from? That some particles charged together to make life, and all of a sudden, some magic just made the particles form life from some stardust. Is that what happened? By random chance or random selection of upon millions and billions of years, it's happened to have some life to happen to form. One of these special moments out of these billions of years. One of these special moments, some life just happened to form off some stardust. Come on, man. But you refuse to believe that God made human from dust on the earth. But you don't have no problem believing that man came from stardust. So let's just take your theory is you may follow Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's your big physics man. Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know who I'm talking to, Mr. Atheist man. Neil deGrasse Tyson. He himself said, you can look it up, the human's life started from stardust. Now, I don't know the rest of the process. They think that the other elements that had to hit the particles together to make the life come, but they say life could possibly start from stardust. Now, I don't know. That's just his theory based off his hypothesis. Okay, from the science community, what they have gathered together. Okay, you know how they do it. They come up with this evidence based off the scientific evidence of reasoning, which says exactly what the Bible said, but you just don't believe that God did it. Okay, so somehow maybe an asteroid came from outer space and hit the Earth, and now man started being, life formed on the Earth from stardust that came from outer space. Maybe an asteroid landed on the Earth. Boom! From a star that had broken apart after billions of years, an asteroid hit the Earth. Boom! Brought some stardust to the Earth, and then all of a sudden, life formed on Earth from a meteorite that broke it from a star, and that's how the star dust got onto the Earth, which started the life on the Earth. Cause we sure know no Earth, no life didn't start out there in space, and then some aliens came to the Earth and then started, making more life. So somehow that stardust had to get to the Earth, okay, in order for life to start forming. Cause there ain't no other life on other planets except Earth. Ain't that weird? All them stars out there. You tell me ain't no life on other planets that we know of? No. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson said, if we know, stay on Earth. The only one that can facilitate life. Okay, that what he said. That what he said. I didn't say that. I'm just using Neil deGrasse Tyson against you, Mr. Atheist people, who don't believe God made the people from the dust. That God caused life to come from the dust. It just happened, a product of magic of billions of years, one fateful day. Out of all the billions of years out there, the life just formed. out of some stardust that was on the earth. Maybe an asteroid from outer space brought the stardust to the earth, and then the life formed on the earth from that stardust. Okay, or maybe God made the life from the dust. Okay, either way, it was dust that was on this planet that started life, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole point, Mr. Atheist people. Life started from some dust, just like the Bible say. You say, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, it was stardust, but the stardust was on the earth, so it's still dirt from the earth, some dust from the earth that life started. See how you just take it all the way back to the Bible, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Mr. Atheist people. You say all life started from stardust. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. Life may have came from stardust. Now I don't know what other particles may have joined with it from anywhere else. They may have existed. They may have contributed to this life starting from the stardust. But whatever happened, it took place on the earth. We know that they scientifically, evolutionary, they may know that much that the life started on the earth. Cause and ain't no life found on other planets. Okay, as far as we know right now, other planets can't facilitate life, especially human life, like us. Okay, we don't see any humans running around on other planets. Otherwise, it would have been known. Please prove it to me. You don't. It's just on one planet. So why is that bizarre? Out of all these supposedly billions and millions of years, only one planet got human life. I don't know about plant life, algae life, whatever other life, but I'm talking about human life and maybe animal life and birds flying around and insects. Please show me fish on Mars, on any other planet that we are supposedly went to. But Neil deGrasse Tyson would warn you to just stay on Earth, okay? Stay on Earth, because apparently he know no other life is available to facilitate life on any other planet. So what happened, Mr. Atheist man? Did the meteorite breaking that came from a star break in half, and after a star crumbled, the meteorite smashed onto the earth, and then life started from the dust that was on the earth? Well, whether you believe it or not, you taking it right back to Genesis, where it said God made man from the dust of the earth. It don't matter if maybe you might think a meteorite came from a star, hit the earth, and then that dust was already on the earth. Either way, it was dust that was on the earth to start of life. Now you may try to put a spin on it, Mr. Atheist people, Mr. White and all them other atheists out here. Well, it was other stuff, more than just started. Wait a minute, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, according to your own research, what he may know according to his theory, but he don't know. The man don't know. Just taking it off blind what he think may happen. But he did come to the conclusion that what the Bible already said, that men were made from dust. Okay, it don't matter if it was stardust. The point of the matter is the fact is, okay, according to what he's pushing in his books about the stardust, it was dust that was on the earth. Okay, because that star had to break into asteroids. Okay, in order to hit the earth, because we know a whole star ain't falling on the earth. Okay, or no, it didn't just sprinkle dust particles out like magic, like pixie dust onto the earth. No, maybe an asteroid broke apart, which was in a star, and then boom, hit the earth, and now you got dust on the earth. Okay, and that dust, which is stardust, according to your scientific man Neil deGrasse Tyson, that stardust that was on the earth, some dust that was on the earth, whether it was stardust or whatever, it was on the earth. That's the point. So that dust from the earth, intermingling with all the other dust that was on the earth, okay, started life somehow. Okay, but God had nothing to do with it. It don't strangely sound like what happened in Genesis about God making man from the dust. Okay, some dust that was on the earth. Who cares if it was stardust? The stardust supposedly got on the earth allegedly. Somehow it all still started on the earth. Okay, from some stardust. So how did the stardust get on earth to start a life? Apparently, the life didn't happen prior to it coming to earth. So because you don't have life out there on the stars or anywhere else for that matter, except on the earth. So the life had to start. The stardust had to be on the earth. So human life and all other life came from dust that was on the earth. Okay, that's the conclusion of the matter. And Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson Said all that. He figured all that out with his smart self just to prove the Genesis account. You see? Now I'm gonna let y'all sit with that. But if you disagree with Neil deGrasse Tyson, you got your own atheistic theory. I choose to believe, or at least go with Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what he believes, because he the big physics man. So what he think he done found proves what was already written in Genesis. That God made man from dust. Now you might not believe God did it, but the fact of the matter is we came from dust, according to his theory. Okay. Now, if you don't agree with his theory, you got your own private theory that no scientists or no physics people would agree with you. Okay. Now I'm at Satch, and I'm out. Thank you.